So Matt Gaetz has been set adrift for the most part from most of the Republican Party. Sure, he's got Marjorie Greene and he's got Jim Jordan. So he's got the sex scandal wing of the Republican Party locked down. But one notable exception is that Trump really hasn't had the time of day for him. He put out one like 7-word presidential statement saying, Matt Gaetz has denied the allegations, bye. And that was pretty much it. Now, over the weekend, Matt Gaetz did go down to Trump land and he gave a speech at the Women for Trump event or whatever. But apparently that wasn't the main reason he went down there. According to CNN Politics, Representative Matt Gaetz, who is facing a federal investigation into sex trafficking allegations, was recently denied a meeting with Donald Trump at his Mar-a-Lago estate as the ex-president and his allies continue to distance themselves from the Florida congressman. 2 different people familiar with the matter say Gaetz tried to schedule a visit with Trump after it was first revealed that he was being investigated, but the request was rejected by aides close to the former president, who've urged him not to stick his neck out to defend Gaetz. Now, one of the representatives for Gaetz, Harlan Hill, a guy who was fired from Fox for calling Kamala Harris a bitch. He's the like PR rep, a guy who can't get on Fox because he's too toxic. He said Representative Gaetz was welcomed the Trump doral this week and has not sought to meet with President Trump himself. He says that Gaetz has been mostly relaxing with his fiance this week during recess. You gotta, so he's like, we know he's spending his time. We have to assure you he's totally still cool with his fiance, and the vibe can best be described as relaxed. Relaxed. Yeah. That's the vibe with his fiance right now. Okay.
Just super relaxed, driving around a golf cart outside of Trump's office, going like, "Hey, buddy, I'm here, just relaxing with my fiance." Shut up. Shut up. She loves me though. Anyway, beep, if you wanna, I'll be by the pool. I got a virgin Bloody Mary for you, buddy.
Got a 6-pack of Diet Cokes. They got your name on it. Yeah. Well,
anyway.
Another statement was put out by a representative for Trump saying Gaetz did not request a meeting, quote, and therefore it could never have been denied. Okay, so look, I want to explain PR and speaking to these people because the Harlan Hill one was bad, but this is worse. So Miller's statement is supposed to send the signal that no, they're totally cool or whatever. But like Gaetz, we know that Gaetz and Trump talk on the phone. Like that's what they do. They're very close. You saying that Gaetz has never requested a meeting, thus it couldn't be denied. That is the coldest, I almost swore, the coldest stuff I can imagine right there. So Gaetz, totally cool with Trump, knows in your depiction, he knows not to even try to talk to Trump. And Trump obviously hasn't tried to talk to Gaetz. You're saying what we're saying. They're not talking. That's what you just demonstrated. He's the biggest ally to Trump imaginable, more than Barr, the guy who started the investigation into Gaetz.
Yes.
So you're just confirming it. And by the way, so he was at that pro-Trump thing. Aide saw this last-minute speech as the attempt for him to just like be around, basically like Francesca was just pantomiming. It's like, if you're just in the area or whatever. So pathetic.
Defend
but that's what
me,
he's got.
please.
That's what he's got.
Here's what I'm gonna say. John, I think it's been weeks and you and I haven't talked about Matt Gaetz, surprisingly.
Sure.
Very sad that I haven't been on when you're talking about him. But I guess the week that all of this broke, he was maybe talking to Newsmax about potentially getting a job, and he was, potentially like moving on to, yes, the grift of right-wing media. And I think that's been closed off at this point. I'm willing to be proven wrong, of course. I don't believe these like companies actually have any morals, but I think that the only place, if you truly think about the only place that like a predator can still get a job is in the United States Congress. That's really it. It's elected.
OAN won't hire him.
No, they're not gonna touch him. It is being elected to Congress in the beautiful state of Florida, where I guess many people already wanna lower the age of consent. And they're like, whatever. Yes, I always use Cash App to pay for my sex workers. Like, look, bless you if you're from Florida, but also the worst state. And look, but the voters in Florida are going to consistently send Matt Gaetz back to office because he's going to consistently tell them he's being canceled. It's a conspiracy, blah, 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 deep state. So it's kind of the perfect place to hide.
Yeah, if you could pick a state, he's going to be safe there. And it's important to note that, like, all these updates today's updates look pathetic. Friday's updates about the Venmos obviously looks really damning. That doesn't mean he's going away.
No.
Marjorie Greene was like, Nancy Pelosi getting shot in the head, thumbs up for that, and she's still a congresswoman. It is entirely possible that he will survive this. But, along the way, we can have a little bit of fun. That's maybe the best that we can hope for. America is the worst. Republican voters, we talked about on the pre-show, Josh Hawley, like last election cycle, the first 3 months he raised, I think it was $47,000. The first 3 months of this election cycle, where he notably tried to overthrow the US government, he raised $3 million. Marjorie Greene raised $3 million. She isn't even in committee. She can't even do the work, but they love this stuff. Matt Gaetz, for all we know, might be raising more money than ever before in his life, specifically because of the sex trafficking.
Yep.
Think about how many Wayfair cabinets he can afford with the money he's bringing in. Anyway,
John,
he can afford double stuffed crust. Anyway, it hasn't been defined, so I can't get in that much trouble. Okay.
Why
so
is John's worse than me? Now I'm the one that's blushing.
I'm trying. It's a flipping. I get the vaccine. My new superpower is doing to you what you do to me.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.